hesitate to call it, you know, a handicap, because I don't really think it is. I think Emilie just sees things differently.
Yeah. Okay.
And we've been in contact steadily with the CNIB as Emilie's grown up, and as new issues crop up and we have questions about different things, we know that they're always there. So they're really only a phone call away. Emilie was born very, very early. She was born at 23 weeks, I believe. She was tiny, 639 grams, a little bit more than a pound. And due to that, she was in neonatal for a very long time. And as you can imagine, was on life support for, I think it was like 73 days or something like that. Because of that, the levels of oxygen in her blood varied a lot, from very, very high to very, very low at times when she would crash. And due to that, she's got a condition called retinopathy of prematurity. It's actually the same thing that Stevie Wonder has. So it's due to her being born very, very early, very, very small, and being on a lot of oxygen for a long time, she has that. All those little things that we do automatically when we reach out and touch something and interact with it, the first thing Emilie's got to do is figure it out. You know, getting ready for school in the morning, having breakfast, having supper, those kind of things. Everything is a lot slower with Emilie. And that's not a bad thing, because it's taught us to take a little bit more time when you're doing stuff and sort of let things happen at the pace they're going to happen at instead of always rushing. But it is something that we try to work on, because, you know, I mean, you've only got so many minutes to eat breakfast in the morning before you get on the bus and that kind of thing. So that can be a bit of a challenge. With Delphine, it's a day-to-day thing. We essentially keep a diary, if you will. Delphine will write us notes every day.
My name is Delphine Lepage, and I'm the teacher assistant working with Emilie at Monsignor de Laval School. Well, she has a special physical education circuit that she does every morning, and that was recommended by Wascana Rehab. So she needs to strengthen her core. She has a very weak core, so a lot of the exercises are instituted to strengthen her core, which is to helps with everything, her back and her posture for walking, and using her cane as well.
My name's Lisa Telfer. I work at the CNIB, and I'm an orientation and mobility specialist, and I work with Emilie at her school, learning independence. How they benefit her is that she's learning to be more independent. She moves, you know, well around her school, and she also is starting to learn to move safer in an environment outside, because it's always changing. So she's learning new concepts, and making her world becomes bigger as she moves outdoors. So she's just learning that she can trust herself to move around and start to understand.
She does really well with her cane, and a lot of that's thanks to the CNIB. She spent a lot of time with Lisa working on her cane skills and figuring out what's what. She's very adept with that. Her and I do some ice fishing together. That's something we do just about every week in the winter. So we have a good time doing that. It gets us out of the house. She touches every fish she catches. And if they're big enough and we happen to keep them, she's got to get in there like a dirty shirt and touch the guts and everything else when I'm cleaning it. She likes that. So yeah, she likes to explore her surroundings and the things we do. She enjoys bicycle riding. We've got what's called a trailer-a-bike that hooks onto my bike or Rita's bike. That essentially replaces the front wheel. It's like a trailer. So she loves to ride that. On holidays we do that a lot. We usually spend a week at a cabin. Not really any different. She's not any different than anybody else. She just happens to see with her hands. She's who she is, and she's incredible.